From Seinfeld's Elaine Benes to Veep's Selena Meyer, the incomparable Julia Louis-Dreyfus has played a ton of iconic characters across her storied TV career. Louis-Dreyfus is one of the few Seinfeld cast members who managed to avoid the so-called Seinfeld curse, because she's had hit after hit since that show ended. Ever since the role of Elaine put her on the map, Louis-Dreyfus has headlined her own starring vehicles, like The New Adventures of Old Christine, and given standout guest turns on shows like Arrested Development and The Simpsons. For her unforgettable performances on the small screen, Louis-Dreyfus has been inducted into the Television Academy Hall of Fame, received the Mark Twain Prize for American Humor, and won a whopping 11 Emmy Awards out of 26 nominations. 6. Maggie Lizer. Arrested Development. Julia Louis-Dreyfus as Maggie Lizer in Arrested Development. Louis-Dreyfus had a recurring role on Arrested Development as a blind lawyer named Maggie Lizer, as in Maggie Lizer Ass Off. Michael Bluth met Maggie, fell for her, and slept with her without realizing she was the prosecuting attorney going after his family. But there's yet another twist: Maggie isn't really blind, and she orchestrated the whole thing. Not only did Louis-Dreyfus share great on-screen chemistry with Jason Bateman as his on-and-off forbidden lover, she matched Arrested Development's dry, understated humor perfectly. Maggie had a hilarious overarching storyline where she constantly double-crossed and betrayed Michael and used his somewhat good nature to manipulate him, but also had plenty of memorable standalone moments. Maggie comes after Tobias with a baseball bat when he sneaks into her house to steal evidence. She goes down like a sack of bricks when Michael throws a Bible at her head in court in an ill-judged attempt to expose her ruse. Louis-Dreyfus nailed the one-liner deliveries, the physical comedy, and the overall unscrupulous, devil-may-care attitude of this minor but unforgettable character. Louis-Dreyfus made her Simpsons debut in Season 13, Episode 4, A Hunker Burns in Love, in which Mr. Burns sets out to find love. He falls for a much younger woman named Gloria, voiced by Louis-Dreyfus, who turns out to be the ex-girlfriend of Springfield's resident small-time crook, Snake Jailbird. Mr. Burns recruits Homer as his chaperone on all his dates with Gloria, driving them around and carrying them to bed, and Louis-Dreyfus proves to be the perfect deadpan foil for Homer's antics. She has the perfect bone-dry retort every time he does something ludicrous like kicking her car or asking his kidnapper for a foot massage. Gloria proved to be such a great character, and Louis-Dreyfus proved to be such a great voice actor, that she was brought back for 2 additional episodes. These later appearances revealed that Gloria eventually married Snake and got pregnant. Her subsequent appearances have just been cameos, but it would be fun to see this character get another episode in the spotlight herself. Curb Your Enthusiasm. Larry David and Julia Louis-Dreyfus pitch a sitcom in Curb Your Enthusiasm. The twisted meta-world of Curb Your Enthusiasm was the perfect vehicle for celebrities to play self-deprecating versions of themselves, and Louis-Dreyfus was game for it. She played a major recurring role in 2 seasons. In Season 2, she developed an ill-fated new sitcom with Seinfeld co-creator Larry David, and in Season 7, she starred in an ill-fated Seinfeld reunion show. In both of these seasons, Louis-Dreyfus made a great comedic partner for David. When he committed a faux pas like showing up in the middle of the night to search her house for his missing notepad, Louis-Dreyfus would be on the sidelines, lambasting his social ineptness with her usual razor-sharp wit. Louis-Dreyfus made her Curb debut in Season 1's The Wire, in which Larry reluctantly has to introduce his annoying neighbor to his favorite sitcom star to get clearance to remove an eyesore from his backyard. The show's style wasn't even fully formed yet, but Louis-Dreyfus' lightning-fast improvisations and proclivity for agonizing cringe humor helped to define what Curb would be. Old Christine Campbell. The New Adventures of Old Christine. Julia Louis-Dreyfus with messed-up hair in The New Adventures of Old Christine. After the Michael Richards Show, Jason Alexander's Bob Patterson and Listen Up, and Louis-Dreyfus' own Watching Ellie had all struggled in the ratings, there was a lot of talk in the media about a supposed Seinfeld curse. It was believed that, after the monstrous success of Seinfeld, it was impossible to strike gold a second time and score another hit. But then, The New Adventures of Old Christine came along and broke the curse. Louis-Dreyfus plays a woman of a certain age whose husband divorces her and hooks up with a much younger woman who shares her name. She's dubbed Old Christine, while the girlfriend is dubbed New Christine. The series was a refreshingly frank look at middle-aged women's insecurities. Christine grapples with low self-esteem, has a habit of trimming decades off her age, and struggles to find her footing in the dating scene after the divorce. Although the series often drifted into caricature territory, Louis-Dreyfus' performance always made Christine feel like a real, endearing human being. She imbued the show with so much charm and relatability.